Hello, I am Lori K. Coleman, and I'm so excited that you're with me today. I have this wonderful training to share with you, this way to be having your body, mind, and spirit aligned. So let's begin. To prepare, I invite you to get some water. Drinking water during the process is very helpful. Also, to be in a position where you can sit straight or even stand up. I'll have us do a little bit of movement, and I want you to think of a pleasant scene, whether in nature or something else that is relaxing for you, to bring to your memory, or recall a time that you really celebrated being able to accomplish something. So you can pause the recording if you want, or just have that in the back of your mind. So my intention today is to bring new awareness and insights to you, to have you think of things in a slightly different, tweaked way. And I really want to share this powerful technique that has served thousands of people. It turns on a success switch in the brain and also inside of the body. It has helped with a myriad of different things, from relationships to money to business to health. It's very powerful. I know that if you can come up with an intention of what you want out of this, you will gain more. So pause this for a moment if you need to think of, what do you want to gain? I also really want you to notice how you are feeling right now physically. Write it down. Where do you feel the tension in your body? Is there any pain anywhere? What kind of emotional state are you in? What kind of energy state are you in? Are you tired? I want you to take a note so we have a baseline of where we're beginning, because I will be taking you through a little process. It's not a full process, but it should be enough to have a nice shift. I invite you to be attentive and actively participate. When I say move your body, please do what I'm suggesting, okay? And I'll give variations to make it safe for everyone. So I invite you to be very open-minded and watch if you go into a place of judgment. If you do go into judgment, your learning stops. And there might be words that I say that can be triggering to some. I'll be using the word God or universe as a general concept. I realize that everybody comes from a different paradigm and perspective. And there's another term that I use, and that is God spot. This is an area that I believe is in the center of our chest area, actually in front of the spine, behind the heart. And I look at it as an essence of the divine mingled with the essence of who I am. I am like a daughter of the divine. But everybody has this molecule, this essence that is unique to them, not like anyone else. And I call this the God spot. Actually, Cindy Dell calls this the God spot, and she's one of my teachers that is known throughout the world with the way that she teaches energy work. So my invitation is to just notice if you get triggered. If you can do a or curious instead of, or notice if your heart races, or you have a thought that comes in, or some other aspect. Just be aware. And I invite you to look for a new slant on things. This might be things that some people already know, and it might be brand new to others. And so I'm trying to do a mixture of serving the newbies and bringing in some new information for those that are really adept at working this kind of things. But most importantly, I invite you to be present, and because distractions will take you away from learning. So drink some water. The alignment technique. It is the success switch. And what it is doing is balancing your chi. It's creating new neural pathways. It's calming the nervous system, and it's neutralizing blocked energy. And so this is a tool that you can use any time. You can do short little stints with it, or you can do long ones to really help thoroughly be able to move forward. Now, the alignment process is these 4 things. We start with defining not only what we want, but defining what the meaning is. I was talking to someone about wanting to step into my personal power. They were so upset with that concept. Their definition of power was someone who wants to take control of somebody else, to suppress them. And I'm like, no, that's not my definition of power. Personal power for me is tapping into the beautiful essence of what my spirit is, the gifts that I have, so that I can serve other people. I've been so disconnected from those things. I am stepping into the personal power. So the redefining process is very big, and it's where we typically start. We will not be doing that today. At the end, for a bonus, I will describe a redefining process I did with my husband that has really served me tremendously, and that'll be at the end. Another part of the alignment process is our intention. We are using our power to say, I would like this, and I would like this, and I would like it to be this way. And so our intention is how we move through things. Where energy goes where intention or attention is being placed. All right? Tapping. In this process, we do a tapping over the head. We start at the third eye, in between the eyebrows, and we tap over the head to C7. It's the big bump where a necklace would lie on a woman or a man. And so watch how my hand does this, breathing, tapping over. I take my hand off, I bring it around to start again here. I'm not tapping backwards. This is what's called the governing meridian. It typically runs this direction, but we are running it backwards to dump and clear out that information it's holding that might be habitual, that is not serving us, with using our intention. The tapping is doing little traumas that help the brain say, hey, what's going on? We're going in here. All right? You do not have to tap hard. You can choose to tap in different places. I'm not going to teach the different places. We're going to stick with this one right here. Now, there is a breathing pattern. This breathing pattern is in through the nose and out through the mouth. Notice this. In through the nose, I was breathing in the entire time I was tapping over my head. I come back here and breathe out as I tap over my head. With out through the mouth. We do that 3 times. After doing that 3 times, we change the breath pattern, which interacts with our brain in a different way. And it looks like this. In and out the mouth. And we do that 3 times. And then we end with a smile. A smile tells our nervous system that it is safe and that it can accept what we are sending the programming in as. In my book, I talked about make anything possible. And I skipped so fast over that first page of me. I have 2 books that I have co-authored. One is Make Anything Possible, and the other is Manifesting Magical Moments. And I wrote about different things in each book. The first one, Unstoppable, has this formula. The Make Anything Possible first step is you have a spirit connection. And I will describe that in just a moment. Plus your intention. Then, to make anything possible, sometimes we really need to learn a skill. We definitely need to apply what we know, and we need to have the right kind of focus. Sometimes we need to have the direct focus. Sometimes it needs to be a softer focus, more meditative. But this breathing and tapping technique helps us be able to be brave enough to learn what we need to learn, be brave enough to apply what we need to apply, and to have the right kind of focus. It will also help what I call stoppers, and we'll describe that in a moment. But before moving forward anymore, I want to have us connect to ourselves. You may choose to put your hand on your heart area and just say, hello, my spirit that's inside of me, and connect to the essence of you inside. I like to close my eyes. It helps me focus inside. And this is acknowledging the spirit that is inside of your body, but also that higher self, that part of you that knows. Now I'm going to imagine I can find that God spot that is closer to my spine, and you might imagine it as a little dot of light and invite it. What would it be like if it could expand? And I invite my God spot to expand larger than my physical body out into the area around me. So it's like making this bubble of protection all around me. The essence of me and God mingled together, surrounding me, protecting me. That's my God spot. It took me a bit of practice to have the ability to find this God spot. It took me a couple months, actually. Anyway, I had a bit of interference, but see if you can sense into that. And it's a practice. Now imagine going up to where you imagine your higher power residing. And imagine streams of grace. That's a term Cindy Dale uses. It's a kind of light that can penetrate anything. It's kind of like a scalar wave that can bend and go around. And it reaches everywhere with its light. And for me, it makes me want to cry. It makes me feel love. So I'm asking for streams of grace. And if you prefer to ask for scalar waves, you can ask for scalar waves. And now, I'm going to imagine my divine and holy angelic team that surrounds me, and just acknowledging them and knowing that they will be helping me. All right. Okay, and from that place, that is the place we start before doing anything. That is the place to start the beginning of your day, or definitely before you do any kind of energy work. Now to talk about the stoppers. These are the baggage that can be magnified by adversarial influence. I consider that we are kind of in a shadow universe. There's a divine universe and a shadow one. And right now we're kind of in a fallen world of a shadow universe. And in this shadow universe, it's like there can be adversarial influence is what I consider it to be. But it's also the condition of the world. Things do not stay. They just kind of dissolve, you know. Order does not stay. So everything is decaying. So that's part of it too. But this adversarial influence can take what we have inside and magnify it bigger. Our subconscious programs that run in us can be magnified. Our conscious mind, not being present, can make it so that we are magnified into other things that aren't as important to us. Our trauma can also be magnified by this influence. Other people's mental and emotional energy, and of course their actions. Parents and ancestors, we are carrying our parents and ancestors' experiences in our body. There are epigenetics above the gene. These are above the gene, helping the genes express in different ways. And it's from our ancestors. And we, through this process, can help that be different. Of course, we have our physical body with our body systems, our nerve connection, our blood flow. We can do this technique asking the nerve flow to improve, the blood flow to improve. Our intent matters. There are energy bodies. There's chakras, meridians, auras. These are subtler matter. It's, you have the physical matter that's easy to detect, and there's a subtle matter that is around us as well. Some people can see it. What's cool is there are devices now that can take pictures of it, and scientists are being able to see this energy. And then another aspect that can be magnified that is a stopper is rehashing events and thoughts. We want those to calm down. That's the past. I'm in the present. Let's move forward. And then we can have soul wounds where there needs to be more healing happen from the past. Drink more water. All right, so schedule for today. We're going to talk about energy, vibration, transferring frequencies, a little bit about emotions, cell memory, vibrational frequency scale. Then we'll start the STAR method. I will have you choose a goal that you want to work on, something that's hard, okay? Something that's a little bit triggering, all right? Challenging. Then we'll do the sample alignment session, talk a little bit about subtle energies. We'll talk about why the method works. I'll sprinkle testimonials throughout, and then I'll share ways that we can work together. And at the end, there'll be a bonus of the redefining. So, vibration. All matter is vibrating at a specific frequency. Each pattern is unique. Just like colors and sounds have their frequencies, some are really close, others are, they're different. Our thoughts and words have a vibrational frequency that we can sync up with or choose into something different, okay? Energy concepts. I'm defining energy as information that vibrates. And energy is just information that is moving. Energy can't be created or destroyed, but it can be transferred. We are creators, and our intentions direct energy. Our thoughts, words, and emotions are energy and can have effect on physical matter, okay? On physical matter, our thoughts, words, and emotions. Here's an example. The top is some polluted water. The bottom is after a Buddhist healing prayer. Same water, the intention, please clean this water, the molecules are changed. Isn't that cool? This is Dr. Emoto's work, and he a pioneer that brought a lot of new things. He took water, put words on the container, then froze the water, and the crystals looked differently. Yes, it looked differently. And so if you see the thank you, the wisdom, the truth, they're all beautiful. But this one with you fool, not so much. You make me sick, the word evil. This is the regular polluted water. This is the polluted water after the prayer. An example of how energy, intent, a word, a thought can transfer, change matter into something different. So, another concept. Energy flows unless it is blocked. Energy can be stagnant in places and cause disease. So imagine, this is a nice, fairly nice flowing stream, but if there was a pool that just got swirly, 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 it might attract. Like attracts like, and it might get more and more sludge and sludge if things were not flowing, if there were some blocks, and it just came and made it not flowing. So once again, spirit to spirit, that's what we did at the beginning, connecting to ourselves, our higher power, our angelic team, our God spot, plus our intent, plus the tapping I showed you, will help the energy flow. Okay? Now, emotion. A little definition of emotion from Latin. It means energy in motion. Understanding that emotions are energy implies that they are fluid, moving resources meant to be felt and released versus suppressed and ignored. So often in my life, I just push down. But it's also not good to explode. There needs to be a happy medium in there, right? If we can learn to process it in pieces or in safe times, then it becomes easier. Emotion is an experience of energy moving through the body, often felt as a sensation of contraction, tension, or expansion, calm. I invite you to notice what you feel. Like today, someone was chatting with me. I teach music in my church, and I felt a little bit judged, but she was saying lots of positive words. And so I recognized, okay, I feel judged. I feel not good enough, and that's on me. She was complimenting. She had one suggestion, have them put the ribbon wands underneath their seat. And so that is on me and my awareness. I didn't notice any muscle tension. I felt a little bit of a hit, like that felt judgment, but it was me perceiving. And so I worked through that myself. So let's talk about cellular memory in all parts of my body. So my cells have a lot of memory about being judged. All right, that's the past pattern. But let's talk about, I will just read what's on the screen. Emotions and pictures are the primary language of your subconscious. Emotions are like the glue holding your past experiences and patterns. Subconscious mind knows what you have survived and will hold on to what is known like it's addicted to it and push away the unknown, even if it's what you consciously want. If I have pain associated with money, health, or relationships, it will push away from the ideal and pull toward what it deems safe. Just another way of saying what that was. Most think mindset and hard work is all that is needed to succeed, but that is only part. Your body has thousands of responses that are happening. The reactions are subconscious and or unconscious. These reactions are at a cellular memory level. Much is stored in the physiology in your body. I have so much fun saying words incorrectly. It's just, yeah, I was educated in a rural country. Well, rural county. Anyway, I love my Sierra Vista roots. But it actually doesn't come from my Sierra Vista roots. It comes from my ancestors. My father had a really hard time pronouncing words correctly. Yeah. Anyway, it's time to learn to communicate. And do you notice how I don't let my inability to say words correctly stop me from attempting to communicate? I'm like, yeah, I say words wrong. Let's move forward. So notice what your body feels like when you think about a challenging goal. All right, so getting ready to think about that challenging goal? All right, so write down a goal. Pause this if you need, and then I want you to read that goal out loud. Now, this can begin to stimulate the fight-flight response in the body. Notice where you feel any tension. Notice what your thoughts are and write them down. If it's an intensity of like pain or tightness, I want you to give it a number from 0 to 10, 10 being big, okay? We will change the programmed fight-flight responses and turn them down with tapping and breathing. The first thing to go in a fight-flight situation is your breath. And so we are focusing on the breath while we're doing the tapping, and that gets you out of part of that fight-flight. The panting breath actually puts you in a state of fight-flight. You run far, I'm tired, or you just were fighting and you're, oh my gosh, that was a lot. Consciously choosing into that breath pattern helps switch the brain into something new, okay? And smiling helps the vagus nerve calm down that body, and it sends the endorphins, the happy hormones. But we're also going from the primitive brain to the prefrontal cortex, where we can consciously choose to turn off these push and pulls, this I'm addicted, to this. I have to hold on to this, or I'm so afraid of that. I'm going to run the other direction. That's not safe. So it's this push and pull that's in between us. And we begin to reprogram and change so that we can receive what we desire. When you do the alignment process, it brings you to a place of choice and not reactivity. I feel like I should share that I have successfully helped people with addictions. It's not what I focus on. I've only done it a half a dozen times. But what I have done is help people get over some pornography and get over cigarettes. And it's getting them to a place of choice and not flowing and having to act a certain way. Okay. Now, you've chosen a topic, you have a goal that you want to have more success. Where are you on this scale of consciousness? This is, somebody took words and figured out the vibrational frequency of those words. Okay? And so if you are in the struggle, or I just desire this, that is actually right here. Right now, I'm in the courage. I'm being brave enough to talk to you guys. So silly. I know, but there's a lot of doctors that are in my book, Unstoppable. And so part of me is like, well, I only have a bachelor's degree. Well, I've only taken 20 different classes, specializing in different things. I don't have a doctorate degree. Anyway, this not good enough program is something that I easily have to be mindful. It likes to seep up every so often. But I'm being courageous. So this is where I am, in the empowered place. Where are you? Just take a note. Write it down. And drink more water. Okay, so we're checking in. You're rating yourself. And if you haven't chosen a mental picture of you either being relaxed or one seeing yourself really celebrating, I want you to choose. Choose something. And if you need to pause to think of something, pause the recording. Now, when you think about this goal, the truth is if I thought about my goal before doing this, would be scared. And I'm going to time myself back to when I felt that. Okay. When I feel scared, I feel constriction in my throat because I'm also often scared to talk. I used to be scared to be seen. Okay. So that's where I feel it. Write down where you feel. Okay. Now, the STAR method is S, stimulate the body in a way that not only helps the physical body, but helps the energy body flow. T, tap into your heart. That's the spirit to spirit that we've already done. We will do it again. A, the alignment technique. I already taught you that breathing pattern. R, rewrite the story. Imagine a positive scenario. And while we are remembering that, we will breathe in 4 times through the nose and breathe out through the mouth, and then end with a smile. That'll be at the very end of our process. Okay? So, stimulate the body. Your choices. You can sit and clap your hands, tap your fingertips. I would encourage you, if you can handle, lifting up your shoulders, tapping on top of your head, even open and closing your jaw. Tapping on your temples, under your eyes, your jaw. You can come and tap with a flat pan, well, actually slightly cupped. There it is. Where we go? Slightly cupped. See that slightly cupped? I'm not going to do that because it'll be too loud. It'd be great if you could take your arm out and tap down your arm, palm to the sky, and then down to heaven, and tap through that. So I want you to be tapping, 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 breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, tapping, 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 while I talk about this next slide. So The uniqueness of the cellular alignment technique is you are aligning, you're not clearing, you're not removing. Here you are, down here. I have a goal. My goal's so far away. Here are the blocks, and I'm stuck. Can't get past it very easily. The aligning, the tapping, the breathing, you're still doing your tapping, right? And you're still breathing, and you can still hear me, right? Keep on tapping. Or if you want to shake your body. Shake, 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 okay? And you can bend your knees and stand up. Shake, shake, shake. So what the alignment technique is doing, it's noticing what this is and telling it to align. Get out of my way, align. And then it's strengthening your path here. Everything about us, it's part of what created us. And it's what will strengthen us. So we're not dissolving it away. We're like, hey, you're going to come serve me. You're going to strengthen my borders. You're going to make us, I can move forward. I'm not going to teach the enablers in this training that are like stair steps that make it easier to get to our goal. There's only so much I can do in the amount of time I have. Okay, you may stop your shaking. Feel your body. Do you feel a tingling sensation? That is the energy beginning to move. It's always helpful to start with stimulating the body. Now let's tap into our heart. Say, hello, my God spot. Hello, my spirit. Hello, my higher power. And it looks like I forgot to put angelic team. And I'm asking them to help me with moving forward in my goal. I have an intent. So, regarding, think of your goal. Mine is regarding teaching you guys. I give permission and willingly allow the truth and all root causes to be aligned for my greatest good, harmlessly and blamelessly to myself and others. I'm opening the door. I'm like, hey, can I even peek into possibly receiving this huge goal? Now, watch carefully as we do the breathing in through the nose. Watch where I breathe out. I'm aligning this opening the door statement. I am opening the door. Breathing in. Don't breathe out until you come here. Out the mouth. Back to the forehead. Breathe in. Back to the forehead. Breathe out. That was 2 times. Back to the forehead. Breathe in. Back to the forehead. Breathe out. Changing the breath pattern. And I will share, if that is too painful to go over your head, you can tap down the side of your thumb for those of the people who have shoulder issues, okay? You start here. Okay, that'd be the pattern. All right. So getting into some subtle elements here. With this, we're going to start macro and then go micro into the cells. So the 5 Chinese elements are they're categorizing the body systems. So here we have wood being liver and gallbladder. So let's align the wood Chinese element to your statement. Down here at the bottom, I align my wood Chinese element to my goal. And say your goal. I align my wood Chinese element to my goal of teaching you. And now I do the breath pattern. You don't have to go as fast as me. In and out the mouth. And a smile. So, these Chinese elements are helping the body cohesively function and be centered around this goal. Okay, so let's do the 5. We're going to jump down. Well, do we want to do all of these? We're not going to take the time to do all of these. You can pause and do all of these, okay? So we're going to move forward. You would just plug in. I align my fire element to my goal, and you say it, and then you do the tapping. I align my earth, Chinese element, to my goal, say it, and then do the tapping. Okay, we're going to move forward though. Subtle energy. Okay. Oh, I thought I had chakras on here. There they are. Hello, chakras. All right, there are 7 main chakras in we'll just call it 7 main chakras in the body. Chakras are energy centers that bring in life force from the universe and distribute it to the nervous system. Kind of hits our central nervous system and then distributes the energy to the endocrine system, the glands, the organs, and all of that. So it's I believe it's the light of Christ that is being brought into us, but it's a universal life force energy that we, with our agency, can block and unconsciously or through trauma have be blocked. And so we can use our agency to unblock them. One of my clients have said, I always come away feeling lighter and more relaxed. You might feel some of that lightness right now after doing just a little bit of aligning that we have done. Here's a picture of auras. This is the auric field around you and chakras, all right? And they each correlate with different organs and with different issues, actually. We're going to go ahead and just align the root chakra to our statement. So let's say I align the root chakra to my goal of teaching you. And let's breathe. This is number 3. Change the breath pattern. And a smile. Now you can choose to pause this and align. You can just call it the 2nd chakra, the 3rd chakra, the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. They have different names, but you can just use it as that. And it's so fascinating that these chakras are bringing in frequency of both light and sound. It's amazing, the support system that we have. Okay, benefits of breathing patterns. Breathing increases oxygen in the prefrontal cortex. And the prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that is self-awareness, attentiveness, emotional regulation. It helps us plan and reason and judgment. The controlled breathing triggers the parasympathetic nervous system by means of the vagus nerve, which releases a neurotransmitter that increases focus and calmness and decreases feelings of anxiety. Controlled breathing triggers relaxation response, interrupts the stress feedback loop, and lowers levels of cortisol. So, isn't this wonderful? This kind of breathing. Good stuff, good stuff. It creates a space to become present and engaged. Engages networks throughout the brain, creating better connectivity. That is how I was able to help those people with the addictions. We started making new neural pathways. I choose this, but it gave them the ability to say, I choose this. Now we're going to align some organs and glands. I align my brain to my goal of teaching you. Go ahead and say yours. Ready? Breathe in and out, and in and out. 3rd time, in and out, in and out the mouth, and a smile. We're going to pause and just feel what your body feels like. Do you feel that tingling? Do you feel the hope? Do you feel I might believe that this could be. Now, if you don't, if you feel tension somewhere, I want you to rub that area, tap it, and then align. I align this tightness to my statement. And follow the pain, follow the tension, follow the emotion. I align this emotion. Okay, you can pause if you need. I align my heart to my goal of teaching you. And a smile. And then, let's read. I'll just read this. The tremendous weight I had in my heart was lifted. I was able to move on with my life. I do feel more grounded and eager to do my list of things that needed to be done today. I feel more of a release of burdens I was carrying. Those are from my clients. You may pause and align your gut to your goal and your adrenal glands and pineal gland. Right now, let's see if we've done enough to re-rate. Have you changed even one number difference in how you feel about being able to accomplish your goal? So you could choose to do more alignment technique to get you there. But now we're going to try and rewrite the story. Okay? So this is the time where we'll think of that positive scenario where you're imagining yourself as if you have already accomplished this goal, or reflecting back when you had accomplished a goal, or reflecting back when you were in a peaceful scene in nature. Okay? And if you happen to still feel a negative emotion, you can say, I feel like I'm not feeling scared anymore. But if you are feeling some sort of emotion, you can put that in there and just breathe and feel that. And now, while breathing in the way that I invite you to, without doing any tapping, we're going to be holding the vision and the emotion of having accomplished. So really hold the vision of being successful, you've accomplished, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Holding that vision, see it in color if you can. Feel the vibration of the accomplishment, the joy, or the peacefulness. And breathe out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose. Holding this, seeing it, feeling it, and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. That breath pattern, combined with the feeling, combined with the picture, is communicating with your unconscious. And it's also bringing it forward from back here to up here and helping happy hormones go. Choose to do a smile. How do you feel? What's cool about this system, by tapping over our head, we are communicating with the reticular activating center system of our brain. The brain is always sorting out the information. Like I just heard a sound out front. I'm like, are the people coming for dinner right now? Am I almost done with my class? I don't know. I heard the sound. My RAS, R-A-S, is going to be bringing in the information that is important for me to hear now. If I was fully aligned. I have not done a full alignment session yet, but if I was fully aligned, it will be serving me, bringing me the information that can help me accomplish my goal. So like, you know, when you buy a red car, all of a sudden you see red cars everywhere. We are training the reticular activating system to see what is important to you with having the intent and doing this technique. I intend to have success with this goal. Show me my RAS. Show me the solution. Show me. It's not a try. It is and is. It just does it automatically. Classes come to my mind. People to work with come to my mind. Where to go. How long to wait. That's that system working for me. And here you see the picture of all the information that's coming into our brain all the time. It's always sorting. We can help it know what to sort. I told it to stop paying attention to my husband's shuffling feet. I told it Yeah, you know, it doesn't bother me anymore. So that is the cellular alignment technique. When I teach it, it's like a 15-page program, and I take about 10 hours teaching it. So yes, it's just a sample. But you can use this and really make tremendous progress if you choose to use it. Here's one of my clients. Prior to the session via Zoom, I was feeling nervous and unsettled within my body, or maybe not even in my body fully. During the session, I experienced decreased anxiety and began to feel more present, centered, and clear. By the end of the session, I noticed I had more pep in my step and felt lighthearted. And so when I work with people for an hour, I'm not just doing this the entire hour, but we are doing a lot of aligning as well as other processes that helped that testimonial come about. Now, in case you are dizzy, in case you are shaky in any way, we're going to ground. You do not have to stand up if you're shaky. Sometimes it's helpful to stand up and feel your feet on the ground, but definitely if you're sitting down, have your both feet flat on the ground. Okay? You're going to place the bottom side of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Try and have it as close to your teeth as possible. There's a little notch there. Try and have it there. If you can't make the bottom side of your tongue, that's fine. Just do the tip of your tongue. And imagine a cord. Pretend to look at your chin first off. And tighten your navel and tighten your pelvic floor. Bring your energy down. And imagine a cord going from your tailbone or through the soles of your feet, connected to the center of the earth. And just think, what would it be like if I were grounded? When we ask open-ended questions like that, it invites our angelic team to say, ah, she asked. She used her agency. My conscious brain doesn't need to know. The angels will be like, oh, we can do this for her and have things happen. Okay, now, what would it be like to be grounded into the center of the earth and to bring there up exactly what I need, the nourishment from the earth into my cells. Keep your eyes closed and bring the cord up to your feet, up through your spine, up to the top of your head, and imagine a cord going up to your higher power. What would it be like if I were connected to my higher power? Imagine being able to be plugged in, sitting in a couch, seeing them, however, or not. But imagine going up to a library where information can be received and bring that cord back down to the center of your brain. Now I want your eyes to be looking, eyes closed, but pretending you can look in between your eyebrows, but also a bit back, like you're looking at the center of your brain with you standing at the back of your skull. But physically pulling your eyes up and in. And think, I am here, I am now. Take a breath in and out. I hope that helps you feel grounded. So breath work brings a lot of life force. And we often breathe so shallowly. And that shallow breathing makes the chi unbalanced. Chi comes in on her breath. And when unbalanced chi can cause emotions to become agitated, distressed, or erratic. Learning to just calm and be conscious of our breath, not thinking, judging ourselves that we're breathing wrong. Just breathe ever so slightly, a little bit more in, and lengthen it, just ever so slightly. Also, when we are not breathing deeply enough, a weak life force results in sluggishness, fatigue, and can even lead to illness. So learning to lengthen, to pause, to breathe in and out. Relax our shoulders. Did you know The fight-flight mechanism looks at three things. It'll look at your breath, whether it needs to freak out, and it'll look at your muscle tension and your eye focus. So focusing on your breath, focusing on releasing at least your jaw, and then softening your focus. And thinking, what would it be like? And if you can't even think of how to end that sentence, just what would it be like? Yeah, leave it open-ended. Or fill it in. What would it be like to move forward? That would be the safer option. Fill in the sentence. Here is another testimonial. I can't tell you how much better I have been since our last session. I feel like a totally new person. It's been so nice to be so lighthearted. Let's talk about why tapping works. It reduces stress, accesses the body's energy, and sends signal to the part of the brain that controls stress and reduces it. It restores balance to your disrupted energy. Running the governing meridian backwards is like dumping out the trash. It neutralizes negative energy or condensed energy, like a magnet erasing credit card information. Every aspect of the body is influenced by the governing meridian. It connects the heart and mind, which is the secondary branch. The secondary branch enters both the heart and the brain. So the governing meridian's secondary branch enters there. And it establishes a pathway link between the two. As many believe it's understood of the resonance of the spirit, which, that's where Cindy Dale taught, is the God spot. Oh, where the heart and mind are connecting. It's kind of cool to hear it from so many different sources. Tapping also works. It helps mental stability and function. So the secondary branch of this governing meridian enters both the heart associated with the fire element, we talked about the Chinese elements, and the kidneys associated with the water element. The heart, kidney, water, fire axis is a central one, and they determine mental stability and function. In my Tao training, we talk about this flow of energy and getting it in the right way. Water up, fire down. We don't want a fiery brain. We want a calm, cool brain. We want our fire down in our second chakra, power to move forward. The smile. Smile helps the happy hormones happen. We need to smile more often. It works with the vagus nerve. Smile, people, smile. Makes me want to cry. Can we just smile more to each other? Smile with kindness. Here's a testimonial. I came into it with the session. I came into it with a very, very heavy heart. I'm leaving feeling so light and refreshed, feeling the spirit and feeling love and joy and hope, just like what I was wanting from the session. I didn't believe it was possible because of how low I felt. Here is a quote from Bruce Lipton, a cellular biologist. A renaissance in cellular biology has recently revealed the molecular mechanism by which thoughts and perceptions directly influence gene activity and cellular behavior. Self-sabotaging and limiting beliefs induce stress and adversely impact health and behavior. Energy psychology, through its ability to rapidly identify and reprogram limiting misperceptions, represents the most powerful and effective process to enhance physical and emotional well-being. And please forgive me, those that have English as a second language, for reading that so fast. I recognize I have a world audience, and I apologize for that. We're at a time for reflection and thank you. What did you learn? How are you feeling? How will you benefit? I invite you to join my Success membership. And I'm offering it at a 70% discount, only $333 for the entire year. We'd meet we'd meet for 1 hour over Zoom on topics that relate to the people in my membership. It starts May 22nd at 2 p.m. I'll be doing the time between 2 times to help people throughout the world. The next meeting will be June 26th at 7:30 a.m. and I'll go back and forth in between those 2 times. Recordings will always be available. We will keep in touch through email so I know what you're struggling with and how to best help you. And I will create supportive material that I'll put into the membership of ways that you can personally be helped. But then that will be there for everyone to have access to and bless everyone. So I'll be meeting your personal needs. On top of that, I give a 20% discount off of any personalized sessions that you do with me. I invite you to share with your friends. This is my journey, 20-year healing journey, started in 1995. The typical medical way was too hard on the sensitive body of mine. I had digestive issues, rashes, 3 miscarriages, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, migraine, dizzy, muscle weakness, depressed, suicidal, Hashimoto's, anxiety, insomnia. This kind of work is how I was able to do my baby steps. I don't want to go through all the different things that I've been trained in, but it's a lot. I love to learn. I love to learn. That's what brings me joy. And connecting with the people in the classes, I love connecting with others that are like-minded, and that's why I have so many training things. It makes me happy. Sharing a couple other things that you can learn from me. I have a Kundalini online program. Normally it's $350, offering it for only $200. It'll have these different things, and I can even offer, in this time of my life, a one-on-one Q&A with you. Normally that's for the $350 to have an hour or 2 of Q&A, but just let me know that, hey, I signed up for this, and I will honor that no matter how many years down the line you want to have that Q&A. So this is what started me on my path of healing. I started this in 2002, and it gave me back my life. This was where it began. I also take people through one-on-one sessions, and here are one-on-one sessions. It's like an empowering program. It's not session to session. It's like, I want to do a package, and we have all these things. With that, you can pause. I just heard the door open, and so went a little bit fast through that. So I'm Lori K. Coleman with Enlightened Life Path. I have a .com website. I also have a .net website. My .com one will be more for this, and my .net will be for my foot zoning. My hope is we'll be able to get to know one another personally. I'm heart-centered, holistically minded success. I can't even say the word right. Holistically minded success coach. My approach is an alchemy of mind, body, and spirit work that brings love, joy, and peace. I use quantum energy healing and brain rewiring techniques. Our work together helps reclaim personal power and physically improve both the mind and body as I teach techniques and work with subtle energy systems. And what I find is when my clients work with me one-on-one in these package programs, I start attracting what they need, and I start learning exactly what they need, and then I make the videos teaching them how to apply what I just learned. It's so fun. It brings me so much joy. I also help others improve their self-esteem. I've had such self-esteem issues, and to understand their strengths as well. I use different methods to do that. It's astrology, it's human design. Yep, I'm a Christian that's into those kind of things. And I chant, and I do all sorts of fun things. But I look at this as God has given information into systems throughout the world to bless us. And there's beauty in so many places. And what I'm focusing on now also is helping people progress towards their desired goals. I'm Lori K. I have an amazing gift. This is a testimony. Lori K has an amazing gift and ability to connect with you. She has an immense capacity to create positive movement forward and release things that may be holding you back. So, choose meaning attached to personal experiences. You have the logical brain. This is the bonus, okay? The logical brain is very little up here. This is the subconscious. We hold experiences in our bodies. This technique gets you out of the emotional primitive brain into the executive thinking part. There's a little story. The kid says, the potatoes taste different tonight. can mean to somebody, the mom, I'm not good enough. There's something wrong with me. You can think they are critical. They are never satisfied. They are demanding. Or they are mean. Or you can redefine it and have it be, oh, you're observant. And you speak what's on your mind. This is my husband. And I redefined him. So, with redefining, you do these things. You choose a topic, word, or person. You list the emotion, thoughts, and opinions. You list experiences that you don't like. And you align each one of those. Doing this process, and then you align the positive. And you reframe how you see them, how you experience them. Thank you again. I want to help the experience sink deeper by writing down what you learned, what we value, we put time into and energy into. I wish you the best on your journey, whether it's to awaken and learn more about yourself, integrate, heal, or love the path you are on and to become unstoppable. Have a beautiful day.